There are always little things that we come across in our day-to-day lives that we don't really give much thought to. But many objects and logos have so much more meaning behind them than what you might think. We'll go into more detail in a moment. Number 10. Shoe tossing. In almost any city around the world, at some point, shoes have been tossed over a power line, a telephone line, or some other difficult-to-reach spot. The question here is why you people do it. The practice, despite its widespread use throughout the world, has been one of curiosity over the years, as a number of possible explanations for the act have cropped up without any general consensus on its origins. Shoe tossing has also been reported in many other countries. Most people believe that the shoes are used to mark the location of drug dealers. However, it appears that most people toss their shoes or other people's shoes for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes it's for celebrations to mark a rite of passage, like finishing up basic training in the military by painting your boots and then tossing them festively over high wires. Some say it's a form of bullying, while others say it's a form of art or political protest. The urge to launch your shoes into the air, hoping they'll dangle there forever, seems to be almost universal, and like many human practices, it's taken on new meanings the more it has spread. Number 9. 7-Eleven. Many logos for famous brands have hidden meanings behind their design. The logo design for 7-Eleven is no different. The American-Japanese international chain of convenience stores, headquartered in Texas, operates franchises and licenses some 56 stores in 18 countries. The company's first outlets were named totem stores because customers toted away their purchases. Some stores featured genuine Alaskan totem poles in front of the store. Then, in 1946, the chain's name was changed to 7-Eleven to reflect the company's new extended hours, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days per week. Most people perceive the word 11 in the logo as all caps. However, if you actually take a closer look, it can be seen that the word 11 in fact in caps, except for the N at the end. A logical reason behind the famous brand's unique logo design was given by the designer. He said that the small N at the end makes the logo look sleek and stylish. What's more shocking is that all the previous designs of the logo were in all caps. Number 8. Rude Toad. The things weren't always what they seemed at first glance. When looking at Toad from the Mario Bros. Video game, a platform game published and developed for arcades by Nintendo in 1983. While playing this interesting and engaging game, you might just get a chance to take a closer look at Toad's hands after completing a level. If you zoom in far enough, you can see that on closer inspection, Toad is standing there and giving the middle finger to players. Safe to say, this photo has not been photoshopped. This might be the game developer's joke, or it might have a deeper meaning. But there's no real way of knowing why Toad has been flipping off us players like that for so many years. Number 7. Holes in Lego heads. Legos, humanoid minifigures, are one iconic toys of the world, but they have one strange design feature: a hole on the top of their heads. The existence of this hole seems like a mystery to most people. That hole can stick to Lego bricks. But why would anyone ever want to stick a humanoid head to a Lego brick? The Danish toy manufacturers started putting the little holes in their heads as a safety precaution. They put this hole on the top of the head, just in case a kid gets one of the heads stuck in their throat. This way, they would be able to keep breathing. In other words, the minifigure is essentially designed to be a tube, should it find its way into a windpipe, and rightly so, since most kids have this really weird habit of putting everything in their mouth for no reason whatsoever. Number 6. Mario does drugs. If you watched our recent video on things that prove your life is a lie, you'll have been surprised to hear that Toad really doesn't have a mushroom head. But did you know that the mushrooms from the Mario Bros. Games have a very logical real-world source, a sort of sinister substance abuse-related meaning? If you remember, these power-ups have various different effects in different games. For example, these yellow you've red mushrooms make you larger, whereas in Mario Kart, these red and white ones give you a boost. It seems there's a very logical explanation why they're really based on real mushrooms with psychedelic effects that make you feel as though you are growing in size when you consume them. Supposedly, sometimes they also make you feel alert and more energetic, hence the boost effect you get in the game. Similarly, this psychedelic theme seems to spill over into the fire flowers. The connection here is that whilst the flowers in the game give Mario some unstoppable powers, in real life taking plant-based drugs likely has a similar sort of hallucinatory effect. Number 5. Wikipedia's logo. The logo of the internet-based free multilingual encyclopedia. That is, Wikipedia is an unfinished globe constructed from jigsaw pieces, inscribed with glyphs from many different writing systems. Not so much a hidden meaning, but it is quite interesting to know why the spherical jigsaw has some parts missing. Wikipedia's goal is to be an encyclopedia of knowledge for everyone everywhere. Having the sphere being incomplete represents the fact that it will always be a work in progress, increasing in articles and information every day. This has got to be one of the best logo designs outlets. Number 4. 8-Bits Nature. Upon taking a closer look at the bushes and clouds in the Mario game, it can be seen that the guy responsible for creating elements of nature for the background got a little bit lazy. All they did was create a couple of shapes and copy them, changing their color to white for the clouds and green for the bushes. Voila! There you have it. Clouds like bushes or bushes like clouds. You can't really be sure which one was created first. Most people never notice the similarity between the backgrounds of a game. Number 3. Pixar's Finding Dory. The brilliant thing about Pixar is the way they manage to utilize anthropomorphism. A fancy word basically describes the attribution of human traits, emotions, and intentions to non-human entities like animals in cartoon movies. One of Pixar's latest hits, Finding Dory, perfectly demonstrates this. Not only does Pixar expertly establish a human-like family connection between the characters, they also subtly edit character appearances to subliminally connect them to humans. One perfect example of this can be seen from Charlie, Dory's father in the movie, created to resemble a regal blue tang. It is at first difficult to see how a fish cartoon character can be designed in a way to resemble a human. Yet, if you think of an average human father, you won't be hard-pressed to find one with a receding hairline. And this is what Pixar animators took inspiration from. To distinguish Dory's father from her mother and establish this connection, they edited Charlie's black pattern in such a way to show him with the closest thing to a receding hairline. That's a fish can have. You're looking at a partially bold cartoon fish. Number 2. The Poop Emoji. We've been utilizing this emoji for years to signify a turd with eyes and a smiling mouth. Yet, if you superimpose the poop emoji over the ice cream emoji, you'll realize that it's the exact same design. So that begs the question, is this a chocolate ice cream, or is this really just poop? According to Emojipedia, the final word in all things emoji, however, there's only one winner, but it will leave you with a bad taste in your mouth. The emoji gods describe the troublesome pictogram as a pile of poop that is shaped like a soft serve ice cream, brown in color with a friendly smile in most versions. So whilst it's still regarded as poop, the design is clearly just copied from the ice cream emoji, much like the Mario rose bushes and clouds example. Number 1. Pie or pie. This last one is quite an interesting fact for the foodies and nerds out there. No, though not everyone is aware of two different meanings of the word pie. One symbolizes the number, while the other one stands for the food item everyone so lovingly consumes at every chance they can get it. Since the number pi is infinite, the first 3 numbers, which are 3.14, are usually used. Now, if these 3 numbers are written and flipped over amazingly, so the word pi can be seen by flipping the number pi. It is amazing how conveniently the number converts into the written word for pie. Next time you want to impress your teacher or friends, or maybe your crush, then try this trick in your next math class. Which one of these examples surprised you the most? Can you think of any more that we should have included? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to stay updated. Thanks for watching.